Hi, my name is Chris Hargrave. I'm the Chief Progression Officer of Snow Operating, and today we're going to work on the ski progression for the flats. All right, so for the flats, we're going to work through the ranges of motion, figure out a good stance and posture, and do a little tiny bit of one ski skiing and some skating. That'll wrap it up for us. First, let's start with some flexion extension. Always reinforce pressure in the tongues of the boots. Think squish the tongues all the time. So I get low, first I bend my ankles, squish the tongues. Then I get a little lower, find the depth of range that I have, and then stand back up. I'm always trying to stay in the tongues of the boots as I do this. So just a second ago, we were moving our core to and from our feet. Now we're gonna start moving our feet to and from our core. Now we're gonna try a quick move. So we're gonna start real tall and we're gonna drop fast. The skis will come off the ground a little bit. We can do a little balance on one ski and just pick one ski up, move it up and down. Do that on both. This is me moving my foot to and from my core. Skiing is always a blend of the two. So now when we're working on our toe to heel range, this is 4 aft for skiers. I'm gonna just rock to the backs of my boots, feel the pressure back there, rock to the tongues, the pressure goes away. In a really relaxed position here. So as I rock forward and back, watch the lower leg. That angle changes. Kind of like the ski pole. That was us moving our core over our feet, right? Now we're gonna move our feet under our core. Try to put this all in our knees and ankles. Little moves. If you can link them together like this, you have good control over the tips and tails. So now we're gonna do an ollie. For this, we combine the flexion extension, that low tall stuff, with the toe to heel, the 4 aft stuff. And we create a kind of a porpoising movement that applies to bumps and all kinds of other things in skiing. I start low and forward. Hands can swing out here in front of my knees. Now I slide the skis under my body. Tails are under my core. I'm gonna extend what's left in my knees. Pull the feet back underneath me. It's like this, low and forward, slide, extend, reset. So notice that as I get low and forward, the angle of my spine isn't gonna change much. I don't wanna tip it back. So I slide my feet, my spine stays the same, my upper body's disciplined. Then I reset, I land right where I took off. Now we're gonna move into our edges. So this is foot to foot, but we're kind of focused on stacking and getting balanced over edges properly. We go into edge work. First, we're just gonna work on finding the edges. Then we're gonna stack properly pressure over the inside edge of the turning ski. Flatten out, we'll find the edges, stack properly over that inside edge. Create pressure here. Next, we'll find the edges and we're gonna hop towards our edges a little bit. Flatten the skis out. Find the edges, hop to flat skis. This helps us recover from any over edging movements and helps accentuate the pressure over the proper edges. With our foot to foot range, we also want to learn how to slide the ski on the inside edge. So I balance on my left, slide it away, and just repeat. Now I balance on my right and slide the left. Getting used to this feeling of skidding the ski. We're going to move into disciplining the different parts of our body as we rotate. First, we'll start with our head. Then our shoulders, without moving the hips. Now we'll do the hips. Now we're gonna do a few little hops and move our skis under our body, rotate them without moving our shoulders. Last thing we're gonna do is learn how to steer each leg independently. Just a little bit of steering. Now we gotta add that to our foot-to-foot drills. We slide the ski away, we steer the ski. Now we can play with that. We can just make a little circle that way and try it the other way. It forces the skier's ability to steer the leg and balance over the appropriate edge. To find good posture, there are a few things we want to look for. First, we want to find the middle of all our ranges. So we rotate, find the middle. Get a little low, flex into the boots and relax into them, and find a spot where we can move up and down. Foot to foot, and find the middle of our feet. Back and forth or toe to heel, fore aft, and find the middle of our feet. Now we're gonna teach skiers how to move forward on their own. So we're gonna teach a little bit of skating. So we're just gonna balance here, push off. Balance, push off. Okay, so if needed, and your students need a little extra help with steering mechanics with the individual legs, we can do some one-ski skiing. We don't need to do the one-ski skiing for balance because we've done that 2 skis on. If this isn't necessary, you don't have to incorporate this into your progression. First, we want to make sure that they're balanced in the tongue of their boot. They can just tap their toe. Now we can try to hop to that position. And we can have a little fun with this. We can hop forward, land in that position. Always squishing the tongue of the boot. Next, we want to play with the steering moves. So we'll push the ski away and steer it like we practiced 2 skis on. Now we can put those together. We can push forward and notice my core moves with my ski as I push forward. Then I can steer it as I push. Create a little circle. Pay close attention. The pressure always stays in the tongue of the boot that's connected to the ski. So as I push, my core moves with this foot. We can finish that off with a little bit of fun if we want to. Only if you're having a good time and the skiers want it. If I turn my toes out, I can wrap the whole ski around. Turn my toes out, wrap the ski around. I can do that with a little hop. So I can turn the toes out, wrap them around, hop. Turn them out, wrap around, hop. And I give myself a little bit of a switch ski slide. It's kind of fun. So a good balance check is to get a little slide going and then see if they can steer their ski to kind of a 1-ski hockey stop or a power stop. So that's the progression for skiers in the flats.